Quartero. Come, step right in. Don't just stand. Step into my emporium. My name is Quartero, or at least the small patch. Here, let me roll out some blankets. Can I offer you anything? I have a tin of sardines. No? All right. Let's get down to business. I shouldn't even do this, but what the hell? You see this little fellow? Yours, free of charge, just for being my first customer of the day. Step right in. Ah, a hero! Welcome to Quarteros Curios. Come, step right in. Don't just stand there at the side of the road. Step into my emporium, over on this other side of the road. My name is Quartero. I am the proprietor of this establishment, or at least the small patch of roadside I've appropriated for that purpose. Here, let me roll out some blankets so you can get a better look at my priceless treasures. Can I offer you anything? I have a tin of sardines I was eating. Would you like one? No? All right. Let's get down to business. I shouldn't even do this, but what the hell? You see this little fellow? Yours, free of charge, just for being my first customer of the day. May I be blunt? You look like a vagrant, dear. A heroic one, of course, in the wandering sense, but also, let's be clear, the homeless one. Luckily, that's where yours truly comes in. Here, try this voodoo mask on. Purely decorative. As long as you don't say any voodoo words over it, then it will shrink your head. There. Now, don't move. Let me look at you. Oh, yes, that looks stunning. I'm sure you've guessed by now, I don't sell pantaloons to farmers here. No, I provide the priceless to the truly exceptional. Kings, conquerors, demigods, heroes like yourself. Here, try this enormous bone phallus on. Yes. Yes, on you it works. On you it works. Now, I suspect you're wondering, given the fact that these items are clearly priceless, the fact that I haven't even mentioned a price yet, and the fact that we're standing at a crossroads at midnight. What, in a nutshell, is the catch? Here, let me snug up that belt for you. There. Yes, that backplate was made for you. That's a genuine person's skull wedged into it, by the way. I can't say whose, but someone very famous. What's the catch, my dear hero? The catch is that there is no catch. So, one catch total. Everything I'm offering you here tonight, including this handsome voodoo coconut basket, is free. Not a string attached. I couldn't tie a single thread to this transaction if I tried. Even a modest 10% gratuity would trigger a sharp pain deep inside my bones. What do you call it? The marrow, I think. Yes, the marrow part would turn into boiling worms or something. It's happened several times, and let me assure you, it stings like you would not believe. And therein lies my tragic yet riveting backstory. Don't worry, here it comes. What's the... So, not even... Yes, and don't worry, here it... Here, let's add the staff. I'm going to step back and turn around. Oh, that looks fantastic on you. I insist you abscond with the entire set. And, as mentioned, put your money away. I will not, cannot, take a single solitary cent. As for that tale of woe I promised you, it's a doozy. A painful and frankly embarrassing memory for yours truly. In fact, I wouldn't burden you with it if I didn't technically Well, we'll get to that. Could I trouble you to crouch a moment, darling? Let me get this Morrigan's fury on you and... There, snug as a button. Where was I? Ah, my tragic backstory, yes. Brace yourself for pathos. This one's going to pluck at the heartstrings a bit. Once upon a time, in a fantastical world, much unlike the grounded world of realism we live in now, I was a member of a famous adventuring party. We were fearless, brazen, reckless, foolhardy, and if you sense these superlatives becoming less positive and beginning to nudge toward an inevitable and spectacular downfall, don't worry, we're getting there. No, I wasn't the tank holding the front line or the... Could I get you to lift a leg, dear? Feel free to steady... No, I was something even more important and even further back. The quartermaster. The logistical mastermind maintaining the party's battle readiness with my invaluable skills in procurement. Castles, caves, dungeons. There was no quest that was too much for us. No obstacle that... Well, I can see your eyes starting to wander, so let's cut to the chase. Obviously, there was a quest that was too much for us, so let's get this Morrigan's measure on you. These are real Austrivian swamp ostrich feathers, by the way. Or maybe it's Pelivian sky beaver. It's extinct, anyway. Wandering back to my tragic tale, from the very start, nothing went right. Behind every door, skeletons. Behind every secret passage, skeletons. Inside every treasure chest, skeletons. There should obviously be some skeletons. It was a dungeon, after all. But the skeleton to square foot ratio here was absurd. Then, half of the party melted into the unknowable shadows. And of course there were skeletons there too, so we heard a lot of screaming from the unknowable shadows. More skeletons arrived, obviously. Everything went absolutely fucking pear-shaped. Hold on. There's a weapon that comes with this. Where did I... Oh, there it is. Morrigan's Malice. Watch out, it's sharp, also glowing. I wouldn't let the glowy parts touch your skin if I were you. Pick it up by the hilt. There you go. Now, here's the wrinkle. Could I have brought them all back to full health with my bag of priceless tonics? Or given them a first-rate weapon like that glowy number you're swinging around right now? Technically, yes. And more technically, they asked. Can I be blunt? They weren't going to make it. There's a dungeon crawl, and then there's just crawling through a dungeon. So, to spare you the saga, yours truly wisely decided to hoard the supplies. The Dracon's deed. You haven't taken your eye. Yes, it's free, and yes, you can have it. But the Dracon's deed is the jewel of my collection, so I hope you appreciate it. I'd never part with something this valuable if I wasn't being forced to at curse point. I'm spoiling my own tragic backstory. Let me hurry this along before I give away any more twists. By the end, it was just me and the boss monster of the dungeon. One of those vast, incomprehensible eldritch horror things. You know the type. Mouths where eyes should be, and vice versa. I certainly wasn't going to fight the fucking thing. I was just heading for the door when it stopped me and glowered at me with 1,000 glowering eyeballs. If you just lean forward slightly, I can get this headpiece on you. Oof, this feels like it weighs 80 pounds. That can't be good for the spine. Anyway, boss monster stopped me, glowering eyeballs. I don't mind telling you, for an ancient Eldritchian horror, he had some very strong words for yours truly about my approach to teamwork. He seemed to think I was some kind of greedy coward. He had me all wrong, of course, but he also had me wrapped up in his filthy tentacles at the bottom of his cave, so what was I supposed to do? At any rate, he cursed me. Well, he insisted it wasn't a curse, more of a moral rebuke. To cut a tragic tale short, because of what he deemed my appalling greed and cowardice, I would never be able to keep anything valuable again. I am sentenced, doomed, really, to spend my life handing over all my best stuff. And I'm talking the really good shit here, to heroes like yourself. Speaking of which, those knee plates are solid gold, so don't actually take a knee in them or you'll scuff the finish. Yes, I hear the squeaking too. I just walk around in them a bit. You'll need to work the leather in. These pauldrons are solid. Not a problem for a strapping hero like yourself, of course. But if you do start to feel a crippling pain in the shoulders, I think it's a safe guess it's the pauldrons. Bring them back in. We can where was I? Right. Cursed forevermore by a And the worst part? Just so there's no mistaking any of this gift. I am also condemned to explain the awkward, plus anyone who doesn't ask. Which I have just done! In case any eldritch horrors are listening in like last time. So there you have it. Quartero the former, condemned to give away priceless treasures to, and also doomed to share my frankly humiliating, heartbreaking stuff. For me, obviously. You're making out like a bandit here. If a watchman spotted any of this, he'd accuse you of highway robbery. Speaking of which, how does that back piece fit? That's real bronze, like the shoulders. 500 pounds, I'd bet. Though I'd move around mostly in the shade if I were you. That bronze is going to get hot in the sun. Now we come to the piece de resistance, the Dracon's Deed Lance. What war ensemble would be complete without it? Wow, look at this thing cut the air! A terrifying blur of flesh-rending points, capable of delivering the kind of elevated slaughter one would almost feel honored to be on the receiving end of. Well, my dear, you've cleaned me out. The last of my gear and... yes, there it is, my last sardine. And so, with my tale told and treasures distributed, we've reached the natural end of this unburdening. I leave you now to your fate. Farewell! And the caravan of concealment is on the fucking fritz again, so I'll be packing up and leaving like a common visible idiot. Ah, but might I return for another unburdening before yon gibbous moon is full? 2, no, 3, in a few months? Might I be returning? And well I might! Farewell! Ah, let yourself out. Oh, you're back. I already rolled up all the store blankets. I wasn't expecting you at this, what time is it? Am I just imagining it's 3 in the... No, it is. It's 3 in the morning. Well, hello. What can I help you with? I'll be honest, I figured we were done here. I gave you all my priceless items. I told you my curse-mandated tragic backstory. Ah, I see. You want to see those gauntlets over there. The Dracon's Ire. Of course you do. They're flawless. They're also in a glass case at the bottom of this pile of trunks I just packed. Well, let me just unpack everything then, unless you wanted to come back. Of course not. Right. So, just the gauntlets then. Good. The Drake... Did I just say set? Damn. All right, yes, these are part of a set. The best set I own, in fact. It's just that, well, it's very similar to the item set I already gave you. I'd actually been hoping to find a different hero to give... Well, I see your point. How about you give me back the other one and... Right, why not give everything to you and nothing to anyone else? That makes sense too, I suppose. Fine, let me take down this box and... No, not there. Maybe this heavy chest... No. Tell you what, why don't I just unpack everything? You know, I could just refuse. In fact, I will I won't give you this... Fine. I hope you appreciate this little loophole you've found. You remind me of me, back before the curse in my pre-curse days. My pre-quartermaster days, even, when I was a young cut purse on the mean streets of Clad. Oh, those were some mean streets. For an upscale port town, I mean. Back then, the Gelataria closed at 5 p.m. and things could turn nasty. I ran with the Lantern Alley boys. And I don't mind telling you, we were candlesticks, necklaces, snuff boxes. If it wasn't nailed down, we stole it. If it was nailed down, we brought... Ah, here we go. The Dracon's Ire banner. I only ever got caught once. I was robbing a house so quickly I stepped on an oak, woke the whole house up. The Lord even put out a bounty on me. And do you know what I did? I broke back into that manor at 3 in the morning and stole the bounty too. Kind of like what you're doing now. Taking and taking and taking. It feels different on this side of the counter, but I've got to tell you, hero, I respect your moxie. Take it. Take everything. Take the Dracon's Ire lance. No, I insist. Until we meet again, my dear.